Today I want to just talk about business. I want to talk about my journey trying to understand business, my journey trying to understand what this is. The long short of it is I realized that business is one of the, if you want to make some good money for yourself as an individual, business is the way to go. And generally, I think in this money making game, nothing beats business. Not finance, not business, you know. And you might tell me, oh, this, but I think most of them fall in the line of business. You can tell me trading, you can tell me whatever you can tell me, but I think business is like the way to go. You see, something like trading is more risk, first of all, and your risk is very high. Your capital security is very low. Like you can lose your capital in a very short time. Um, yeah, you see, with business, as opposed to most of these other ways of making money, business is your effort. You don't need to know much. You just need to be consistent. You just need to put the effort in trying to understand more over time. But yeah, the effort needs to be there. You need to know what you're doing, but you don't need to know exactly what you're doing. You just need to know what you want to get to. Then you're curious to keep your mind open, learn from people who have already done what you want to do, and you'll get there. Myself, I've come a long way trying to understand business. As a young kid, 16 years old, a lot of things happened for me from 16 years old onwards. Right now, I'm more than 7 years or 8 years older from that time. But the most interesting thing from my journey trying to understand business is the fact that anyone can do it as long as you have the passion to do it. It doesn't matter how young or how old, but it's complex. That's the thing. You can't do business with a faint heart. First of all, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes yeah, you have to put your time. So that's where the passion comes in. You have to just love it. If you don't love it, you're not gonna do it. It's the kind of thing. If you don't like it, the hard times will take you out. Like, yeah, you can say you love it, but if you don't really love it, the hard times will take you out. So um I've realized that a major part of trying to understand business is understanding the finances. And you don't need to understand complex finances. You just need to understand capital management, how to manage capital. And you don't need to have a lot. You just need to have the capital and be shrewd, know where to deploy the capital and how to reinvest it, how to redeploy it. The capital you put in capital in the business, it brings about profits. How do you share the profits? You reinvest so that you reinvest for growth. Yeah. It helps to have a mentor, somebody who has already been in that journey to guide you, so that and that's what I'm looking for. To have somebody who's already in that journey or who has already done that journey to help you to go through that, because it's tough. And there's a lot of things you can save yourself from a lot of mistakes you can save yourself from doing with having a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, you'll just have to go the long route. Do mistakes, probably lose all your capital, start again. And that's the difficult part. But once you've gone through that difficult part, you get used to it. If you love it, you'll still be there. If you don't, you might quit. I myself, my journey in business started with trying to sell candy. Candy is a very interesting business. You can do it as a young kid. That's the first thing you think about, because the demand for it. Young kids love candy, so you go sell to them candy. They like it. Yeah, you buy candy. I think my lessons from my first candy business, those are very good lessons. I still get like moments of joy remembering what I used to do back then. I was very, very determined, very, very pushed. But I think the the problem of not having money was stronger. The the pain of not having money was stronger than my problems that I faced during trying to do business. So, yeah, it's the pain. Where's the pain? Where does it pain more? So, I tried to sell like this. I bought this jar of candy. It was a jar full of what is these things? Ball gums, yeah, round balls that are chewing gum, and it cost me like 200 shillings. I ended up selling them. So I repackaged them. Actually, didn't repackage them. I I redistributed the how I sold them. Like I redistributed them such that I could make 2x profit. I don't know if I count them. I think I counted them. I decided how much I would sell. Like I would sell them in like in batches of 3. So I realized that if I sell them that way, I'll make a profit, and I did. Actually bought them for 200. That's still stuck in my head, I bought them for 200. I sold them for like my money. Like I will keep them the money in a jar. So after selling, I got like 400, and I was really happy. Like you sell pack of sweets for 200. Like you buy them for 200, you sell them for 400. That was very interesting. So I bought another one. So I had 200 extra. But the thing at the time is my money management was not as good. That is the only thing. My money management was not the best. Let me say that. I had like a way to manage money, but probably eating in some of the money. So yeah, you're a young kid. You don't know how to manage money well. But that's my bad. If I knew better, I would have done better. But I did the best I knew at the time. So I bought another jar, tried to do it, but I couldn't replicate the same thing that I did the first time. So that's what was there. So I tried to go bigger. So tried to buy a larger pack of candy, like lollipops. That was harder. The problem I was facing with that was scaling, knowing how to reach different markets. So the first thing, when you have like small candy like that, you go to family. Your first reach is family or friends, people around you. But you can only do that so much. You can only do it enough times, and at a point you can't sell them. They'll be saturated. They can't buy more from you. So you have to, and the business you have to sell. So at that time, the only problem is I don't know how to scale. And I was doing it alone. So if I knew better, yeah, maybe I would have scaled to a larger business. I even ventured into selling, what do we call it? Juice, like packaged juice in like bottles, but like sold in wholesale, like sold in a pack. Um, I didn't have like good margins from that. Actually the sweet business had better margins, but the only problem is I couldn't scale. The juice business I could sell them very easily, but the margins weren't as good, so I was not really making good money. But my days from that were my first tastes in business. So that anytime that I learn about business or I learn about different business concepts, I always trace it back to what I was doing back then, try to see what I was doing, what people like. Let's say if I'm listening to a business podcast or listening to somebody talking about business, I try to relate what they're saying to what I was doing back then. But one of the major learnings is I learned that I had a problem with scale. It was a large problem. If I knew how to scale back then, or if somebody walked me in the journey of scaling at the time, oh my God, I don't know where I could have been at the time. And then school came again, finished high school. That happened during high school came. I had to go back to university. I was bored with the whole idea of getting to university. But anyway, we are here. Because I was like, I'm going to study business. Are you serious? Like, I'm going to study business and I'm already doing business. But yeah, that only fueled in me. I found like some interesting concepts in uni, so I don't like blame myself much. Maybe it was for the best. I don't. But if I had mentorship at the time, I still think that it has taken my time for learning business, but anyway, we'll learn. We'll catch up for the time. I think the only thing is, maybe I've substituted taking time in the field doing business with learning business concepts. But I thank God for learning economics and finance, very powerful concepts. And I think they've shaped, to a large extent, how I think about business, finance. Um, yeah, so I'm grateful in a way, having gotten the chance to learn about concepts from finance and economics. And yeah, let's see how we go from here. But everything I do, I try to just figure out how to do business. My heart will be settled when I get to do like real business, big business. But I won't wait for it. If the opportunity comes, yeah, I'll jump onto it. But let's see. A big part of what I have to figure out is managing the money, managing the capital, managing the operations, being a smooth operation, reinvesting the capital. Yeah, those are important things that I've learned along the way, at least from listening to people who have done it, listening to various stories of how people have done business. Reinvesting is a very great part of it. Management of the money. If you know manage the money well, the business will generally go well. Optimizing the operations, the systems being efficient and they can move very well. So yeah, looking into that. And delegation, the other thing I didn't even have a clue of is, I was doing everything myself. The story of the entrepreneur, doing everything themselves, having a problem with delegation. I think I'll also have to figure out that. But these are learnings. These are things I learn as I go. And it's powerful to learn things as you go. Yeah, I think it's been a tremendous journey in business, trying to understand business, trying to do business on and off. But I have a very strong belief in the fact that I didn't come this far to stop here. It's only fair that I finish what I started. So yeah, maybe one day you'll hear me doing very wonderful things in business. But let's wait for that. So thank you for joining. If you share a similar journey, or you've been through that and passed through that stage, you can share your stories, or share with me. I'd like to see someone who has done the whole circle, done whatever I'm doing, or has gone through where I've been. But it's interesting, man. Business is, I don't know, man. I don't know where, but it hit me strongly. I think having like little money and having things that I want to have, you want to have things, but you can't have them because there's no money for that. So I just want to do my own thing, make my own money, buy my own things, and that's the major reason why I want to do business. And I know that business, in this money making game, man, nothing beats business. So yeah, you can take that for yourself. So thank you for joining. See you next time. Thank you.